Hi everyone, it's Bearded Yoshi, and here is a video for people who are used to MOBAs but are kind of new to Genesis. These are quality of life and in-game tips, other than reading up on characters or some more generic things that all kind of MOBA players kind of do at the beginning. You get a kind of feeling for other characters. We won't be going over any items or characters. More of stuff to do inside the game and outside of the game, other than just playing the game itself or just like lane phase into team fight. It's more like a in-depth beginner guide, if you will. First off, though, we are going to go to our profile/role, and this is where you can change your icon, your frame, and display hero just changes the hero you want to display on your profile when other people check out your stats. So if you have a skin for somebody, like for me, I got the Galaxy skin. If you want to flex, you just throw that on. But main thing here is updating your frame if you unlock one. AI dominance, you get for beating all the AI challengers, which I'm gonna have some videos going up of how to easily cheese all the AI stages to get this. Avatar, you unlock avatars multiple ways, but going with the Dino doll, because the Yoshi. I was rocking with the Zeus for a little bit, and just bought the Supreme pack with him. But other than that, if you buy or if you get a new rename card, this is where you'd go to do it as well. Player matches. This is where you can see your friends and to see who's who you're good compatible with, or who you at least win a lot of games with, and who you don't. Next thing we're going to go to is the options, mechanics. Target the least HP most of the time. If you want more map awareness, or you're really good with map awareness, you can turn this on. R3 to pan camera. Lets you press R3 and then move your camera. I'm trash with it. I accidentally hit R3, and my character will stop moving as the camera will start moving around. So I prefer to leave it off. Auto purchase and auto level up. I recommend taking these off after the first couple games, mostly because recommended item builds in most MOBAs are catered to be more well-rounded rather than min-maxing. So if you really want to min-max the character, take these off. Audio, music's super loud in this game, so I just turn it down almost to minimum. Sound effects is actually your voice line. So if you hear your voice line too much, it's also abilities as well, but if you get annoyed by character voice lines, turn that down a bit. Controller just shows you whatnot. Command, don't worry about that. Redeem gift. This is if you signed up and got an email, you get your 200 credits. Woo, 200 silver credits. But next thing I wanted to show you guys was the blue roll. You guys get observers, kill effects, teleport, trail ins, or level ups. And you notice that you pick them every time in character selection, and they just don't save. This is where you go to save them. If you only have one, you just select that one. It should be like this by default. Oh, let me take these off. This is what it's going to look like by default. So if you unlock wards or something, you just switch it out. You remove your default, because then it's just going to pick a random one every time. So to get rid of that, you just pick the ones you want, and this will carry over for all your heroes. Skins will save from character selection, so they'll always do the last skin. But for the rest of these, you do these in the blue roll.
Please choose your hero.
Alrighty, so we're at character selection, and we will do. Let's just go with Apollo. Everybody starts off with him. You get this skin for logging in for 3 days, and just like we mentioned before, your wings, your trail in, teleport, your level and upgrade, animation, wards. We set those already in the blue roll, so they're permanently set for all characters.
Welcome, combatant.
Alright,
Please choose a path.
the first thing I wanted to show you guys was how to jungle, or what you should do to your jungle as a side lane. Typically the zombies and the insects over there, junglers don't get them too often. But you can pull the zombies into your creep wave and they'll turn and tank it for you. This allows the minion wave to come to your side and allows for your jungler to gank for you as they are overextended. Gotta make sure that you keep an eye on here, and it also will kill your lane minions, denying the enemy gold. But you have to be careful to keep an eye on the zombies. And if you're competing for last hit against your minions, you gotta also take it into consideration that jungle minions do not have an execution bonus, so their health bar doesn't turn yellow like that minion there. Meaning I can execute it because it's under a certain health percentage. Jungle minions don't have that. Next thing I wanted to show you guys is these river cells respawn every even number. So at 2, 4, 6 minutes in, they'll all respawn. You can even double stack them if you catch it at the right time. And another thing about the river is if you're coming from a side lane to mid or a mid lane to side, more so from side to mid lane, is you want to stay out of the river and actually stand on the ground, because when they're on the ground they can see river, but river can't see on the ground. I call it this little tinted window effect that's right here. There we go. Aiming assistance was a little wonky there. As you can see, you can pass their little tank minion there. I can't see past it because of the tinted window effect that the little hill creates. From the side lanes, try to stay out of the river as much as possible. For warding, a lot of people have some ward guides, like which is the best places to ward. If you're putting it on, I call these beacons. I'm not sure their actual terminology, but these kind of like ward beacons that you walk up to, and there's a prompt for it. If you put it on there, it will put it over walls. Let me give you a better example. So they'll always be spinning. You can kind of see these beacons. So this one, you put it on top of here, and then you can now see it through the walls. And beacons show people who are cloaked and show other beacons. So they kind of work like pink wards in League. But this one's not spinning, so and I can't see over the wall. So if I were to put a ward like right here, I still can't see over the ward, or see over the wall, I mean. For the beacons near bosses, they do not show the boss itself. If you want to ward a boss, you physically have to walk in here. I recommend warding exactly on top of them. That way they can't actually hit the ward, they'll hit the boss. Wards are, if you look next to my L2, you'll see that I have 0 and it's on a countdown. Wards are shared throughout the whole team, so you also have to take that into effect. If you're in a ward battle on one of the side lanes, where it's most common, make sure not to use all your team's wards for that ward battle. Sometimes it's best just to give them the vision. One more spot I wanted to show you about wards, and it's mostly for your mid laners. So if you main mid lane and hate the tinted window as much as I do, easy fix. It's you walk on top of their hill, place a ward. Now you have vision through the tinted window. Let's go over what jungle camps you should take, as if you're being a jungler. What's kind of like the correct path? Which ones are easier to kill? Alright guys, for jungle camps, the weakest to strongest goes as follows. The flowers, the zombies near bot lane, the rock aliens near mid, then the 2 insects, also close to bot lane, the 3 moths, and then the stingrays. Killing a jungle, you have to finish the camp to get the heal and the energy back off of it. So it's not the big one that gives you it, it's the last one in the camp. Now when you're sieging the enemy tower, you'll notice that a lot of fights kind of at the end game will take place around here, kind of waiting for minions to siege. But if they're at the enemies, or if the enemy is up at their tower, they kind of go into darkness like she did right there. How to prevent that is placing a ward over the wall outside of tower range so they can't see it. So it grants you vision. So if you have somebody like a Jones or a Mika who can hook, you can pull them over and you can continue the siege. I recommend putting one over both if you have the wards for it. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and expect some more kind of videos and gameplays and certain builds for kind of like the higher tier characters, or that I think are kind of like the S-class heroes. Who's going to be the meta for when rank comes out? There's no established meta at the moment, but there's definitely a few heroes that stand out above the rest of them.